In 1993, we did a survey of general practitioners in response to comments from carers that they weren't getting a diagnosis. And we asked the GPs what were the problems they were experiencing in making a diagnosis of dementia. They gave us several responses, and one of them was there wasn't a tool that was quick and easy to use that fitted into usual general practice. Traditional method of screening was a test called the Mini Mental State Examination, or MMSE. That takes about 10 minutes and was found by GPs to be too cumbersome, which is why we developed this. It takes half the time. The cognitive testing can be done in under 4 minutes, the 6 questions in under 2 minutes. Many GPs do it in far less than that. The surveys indicate from the GPs that 100% find it useful. They find the Gpcog short or about right in length, and they find the guidelines available through the links useful as well.
Hi Ruth, how are you feeling today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, well we've done all the tests, everything seems to be okay, but is there something else bothering you?
Well, I'm sometimes forgetful, so I would like to be sure.
Okay, if we are a bit worried about memory, we've got some new tests that we can do. So if you don't mind, I've actually got it on the computer here and just a few questions.
Okay.
And we'll see how you do.
Okay, thank you.
So the first question I'm going to ask you is to remember John Brown, 42 West Street, Kensington. Okay, so can you repeat that for me?
John Brown, 42 West Street, Kensington.
Very good. Do you know what the date is today?
The 16th of November,
What year is it?
2009.
That's very good. Now you remember how to draw a clock?
Yes,
Okay, like you did at school?
yes,
Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do is put the numbers of the clock. Okay, now part of this clock I want you to do is draw me what the hands look like at 10 past 11. Okay, that's good. Thank you very much. Can you tell me something that happened in the news lately?
Well, Kevin Rudd is in Singapore
Very good. What's he doing there, do you think?
about pollution things.
Very good.
Okay.
Well done. Now, can you remember the name and address I gave you before?
John Brown, West Street 2, Kensington.
Okay, I'm just going to check that on the computer here. And, you know, you've done very well, actually.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for calling back. Look, I've just had your mother here, and look, everything was fairly fine. I did some tests because, as you know, she's sort of worried about her memory. But I just want to ask you a few questions if I can. Good. And they're important for you to consider. How does your mother compare to, say, 5 or 10 years ago? Okay, so it's just 6 questions. The first one is, does your mother have more trouble remembering things that have happened recently than she used to? Oh, that's good. No. Okay, so it's a no. And do you think she has more trouble recalling conversations, as, say, a few days later compared to 5 or 10 years ago? No, that's terrific. Good. So that's a no. And when she's speaking, say again, compared to 5 or 10 years ago, does she have more difficulty in finding the right word or tend to use the wrong word more often? Yes, yeah, I think you're right. I did notice that. Yes, okay, so she does that occasionally. And is she able to manage her money and financial affairs compared to 5 or 10 years ago, like paying the bills, budgeting, etc.? Oh, that's right, you're doing that, aren't you? Okay, so that's a yes. How about a medication? She does like to take a medication by herself, so is she doing that like she did 5 or 10 years ago? Yeah, that's good. So that's a no. Good. I think just the last question, does she have a need for assistance with transport, public or private? You know, I know she has a bad back, so does she have some difficulties due only to her physical problems? Oh, that's good. Yes, she has a couple of taxi drivers she likes to use. That's terrific. All right, well, thanks very much for those questions, and you've answered them very well, so I appreciate that, and we'll say goodbye.